I'm Prika AMARAL, guitarist of NERVOSA. You are watching Loud in TV.
So it's a new era for this thrash metal band. First of all, how was the split with the two previous girls in Nervosa? I think it was in March or April this year.
Yes, this was something that was very normal. That they came in from some months before. It's something that we were already expecting. But I don't judge Dan, and I have nothing against Dan. I just wish the best for Dan because I believe that everyone needs to be happy. If you are not happy in somewhere, you have to go straight and try another thing. So this is something normal. But I'm consider I'm a very lucky person because I have awesome girls beside of me now. They are very talented girls, with good energy, bring new energy for Nervosa. This um, contributed a lot for this new album, for the new composition. And I think the word that can definitely define the new Nervosa is anxious. We are very excited to play together, to be on the road. We can't wait anymore.
Yeah. Did you think to split, to stop Nervosa?
Never, never,
No.
never. Nervosa, it's my life, and I will never give up Nervosa. This is it's not something, will happen in my life. I will continue Nervosa to the end of my life. This is one of the unique things that I can guarantee.
Okay. So it seems that it was really easy to find new musicians. It seems that I've read on your videos, for this new album, that you contact directly the musicians, Mena and all the girls, and they accept it directly. And so it was you have chosen the musicians right before and was pretty easy.
Yes, not it's not easy exactly, but we are living a season that we have a lot of female musicians around the world and a lot of awesome musicians because some years ago this was not so common. It still is not common, but we have more options now. So because of the internet and Instagram example, it was not so hard because I was following all these girls before. I admire their jobs, so it was easy to do a list, you know.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit concerned if these girls will accept to play with me, but they say yes, immediately. And so that's why I'm considered a very lucky person because look, these girls, they are awesome. And it was very easy to work with them too because they are very easy persons and with a lot of good vibes and everything.
Did you think to hire a man into this band?
Never. The name of Nervosa means angry girl in Portuguese because in Portuguese, I don't know in France if it's the something because it's a Latin language. Sometimes it's similar, but in Portuguese we have a gender for the words. So nervosa is a female word for
Yeah.
angry girl. Y
Yeah.
nervoso is for male. You know, it's
Yeah.
a man, angry man, something like that. So there's no sense to put a man on this band. And now we have many options around there, because I don't judge the bands from the 90s and from the 80s because it was very hard to find girls to play metal professionally. So now there's no sense for this. There are too much girls around the world playing very well, living professionally. So there is no reason to put a man here.
And it seems that you are on again on Napalm Records, which is for me the most female metal record label. You know,
Oh yes,
with
you think?
yeah, all these bands. You know, you if you take Ginger, but I know many bands. You know, with a female singer. Of course, they are not 100% female musicians like you, but a lot of female bands into the Napalm Records ranks, and I think it's a good thing, you know.
Yeah, it's a good point. I never thought about it, and now I'm starting to remembering the bands that make part of Napalm Records, and you are right. This is very good. I'm happy for this. I'm happy to be part of this.
Was it easy to go on with this record label, Napalm Records?
Yes, Napalm Records, I think he's the biggest partner for Nervosa since of the beginning. We signed with the Napalm before we released our first demo in 2012. So when the band split, they supported me a lot. They believe completely in my job, and now we renewed the contract with Napalm Records. So we have many albums away with the Napalm from the next years. I mean, it's awesome. I'm so happy. You know, Napalm is never say like, don't do that, do this way, or try to change what we are. You know, they are always supporting what we are doing,
Mm.
and this is awesome. This is awesome. There is no reason to change label.
You know that you may know these bands Tuck Mojo and Fauzi. I interviewed Rich, the guitar player, something like 20 years ago, and he told me Napalm Records will be huge, and he was right, you know, because Napalm Records 20 or 25 years ago it was not so big, but it's really huge now.
Yes, when we signed with the Napalm Records, they were like a medium record label, which was not in the top. They were growing, but now 8 years after working with Napalm, we saw the evolution. It's huge. They signed with a lot of big bands, and I'm so happy for them because they deserve it, you know. And the thing is, they are very organized and then invest everything on their label. So in one day, this will happen with work better, you know. They are doing very well everything.
Yeah. How did you compose the first notes alone in your studio
Yes,
that
I have a
we
home
can see
studio here.
behind you in this
Yeah,
place?
yeah, yeah. I have my own home studio here. And from the last album, in Downfall of Mankind, I already recorded the guitars here. And for this time, I start to compose some guitars. I think the five first songs I recorded here, and I composed it here. But the last, the after 10 songs, I recorded just in my computer here. But I was in Italy. It was a mobile studio, something like that, you
Yeah.
know. And yes, but it was a process that we writing the songs together, but with a distance. I was doing some riffs, constructing the structure for the song, and sending from the girls, and the girls sent me their ideas back, and then I send again, and then it's
Yeah.
many change.
So Mia is from Italy, and the other girls are from Brazil, right?
No, the
No.
vocalist is no, the vocalist is from Spain, the bassist from Italy, and the drummer is from Greece.
Wow.
Yeah, just me is from Brazil.
So yeah. So you speak only English to the band?
Yeah, I speak sometimes in Portuguese with the diva because diva speaks Portuguese. Sometimes I speak in Spanish with her, and sometimes just some words I speak in Italian with Mia because I know just some words. I understand very well Italian, but I can, answer in Italian because naturally came in the Spanish in my mind, and I
Yeah,
answer in Spanish, something like that. But I answer just some word in Italian, just to practice a little bit, just to see if I can, be better in Italian, something like that. But when we are all together, we are just speaking in English because it's some language that all of us can speak enough. I mean, good.
but the link between the four musicians, it's like Latin roots, and it seems that
Oh yeah.
you had fun.
Exactly, exactly. Brazil is one of the most countries that have most, multi culture,
Yeah,
multiply culture. So we have in our culture, it's very present the culture of Spain and Italy. I'm a descendant from Spain and Italy. I'm a mix of Spain and Italy and Portugal. you know?
okay.
So I think the Nervosa band continuing being Brazil because Brazil is this the mix of all the world, mainly of Europe. So you know this is not so far from the Brazilian culture. Just the Greece is a little bit far, but we have a big you know immigrants from Greece in Brazil too. Of course, it's smaller than others, but you know it's still Brazil. It's a mix of the world. So.
So you decided to record in a very good place in Malaga, Spain, and yeah, with Martin. It seems that you it was a lot of work, but a lot of fun also.
Exactly, exactly. And I was looking for a place, that bring a good energy because the pressure on us was huge because, everything that Nervosa did before, it there's a big history back there. So we have to keep this quality or do something better. So uh, this was the first experience for the growth as well. Everything is different. Everything was in a hard season because of the corona situation. Everything. I really wanted some studio isolated from everywhere just to keep our health safe. So and to bring good energy, for we relax a little bit, for we have a good time together. So we stay inside of the studio because there is accommodations there. So we are leaving this, 100% of the time there. So, but we are so happy, so enjoying the place that we didn't have time for anything bad. Everything was a dream come true for all of us, and we enjoy and was grateful for each piece of this part.
So you got beers, you got pool, you got the seashore.
Caipirinhas, caipirinha.
See, of course,
So
wonderful. But caipirinha, it's not Spanish, but yeah, it's Brazil. But I think the other girls like this, right?
yes, yes, exactly. Diva loves caipirinha completely, and she told me before, and I say, okay, I will buy the cachaça and I will do a caipirinha for you. And then they goes, this is so fucking good. And then we are enjoying and dancing every night.
So yeah, it seems that in studio you like to sing Carmina Burana songs, right? You like to sing classical music in studio. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
the video was really great. They are really funny. I think you film you film everything. I think, and we see a very good sense of humor in studio. To between
exactly,
and we see
exactly.
the chemistry between the four girls.
Yes, all the girls are a very funny character. We are enjoying a lot, and we are speaking a lot of bullshit and laughing all the time. It was hard to keep the focus, serious focus, because we are. a lot and all the time. This documentary will be in 4 piece, so
Yeah.
we release it to you now. The next will be in January. So the next one will be with the diva on vocals. She recording all the vocals and many many things too.
Um, so the let's go back to the serious thing, right? with
Yeah,
with your guitar sound. It's like really old school guitar sound, you know. When I listen to this on my earphones, you know, it's like really obituary sound, no, from the 90s, and yeah, really cool stuff.
yes, I am an old school person. I like tubes. I like I think I use some technological stuff, of course. But normally I like the result, like the old sound. I don't like distortion. Example, I like more overdriver because this bring the warmth from the tube. The definition for the guitar picking is better, and I was always looking for a sound that that represents myself, something like that. I always had this sound in my mind. I was working for many years with many electrical engineer too, because I desenvolve a pedal with Edmodo Shop, a company here in Brazil. We just involve a pedal with the overdriver, uh, uh, high gain overdrive. But this was not perfect. It was almost there. And when I start to have a partnership with Pedroni, who made my amplifier, he changed some stuff in this pedal and then became perfect, And now I have the perfect guitar sound, in my opinion, of course.
It's the production is very very natural.
Exactly, exactly,
That's what.
exactly. Yeah, I like all the bands that use the technological stuff. I like Dying Fetus example. I love this band completely, and I
Yeah.
love their sound. But for them, not for my band, I was looking for something more classical. I like the sound of Motorhead example. I like the sound from the first albums of Metallica example Q and all, and everything's from 80s. It was more natural, you know, but with a lot of gain that was not so common there. So, I have to find equilibrium. But I think we are always open to do other stuff as well. And I think always we have to bring some evolution, always.
Yeah. So the studio in Spain with Martin, it's not the most famous studio, you know, in the metal scene, but it seems that it fits very well, you know.
Yes, I think, the studio has to be uh, a good microphones, a good room, a good equipment, you know. If we have this, that's why we bring a specialist producer. Martin Furia is a very specialist of metal. He produced our last album, The Fall of Mankind, too. But for
Mhm.
this time, he recorded, produced it, and do the mix as well. And this was a very important piece because we recorded in one way. So it was very important. He keep working on this to keep the sense that we create in our production, not changing. If we send it for another uh, mixer engineer, like example, he would change for his um, personality, what he likes or something like that, and this will change everything that we made before. So this was a step very important to keep everything that we did before.
Mhm.
So Martin Foot is a genius. I really like to work with him because he give us a very comfortable zone, very comfortable feeling, and he knows exactly how to take your best, you know, and this is very important for the production, for the results and everything.
He can do everything. He can even drink alcoholic.
In a coffee.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yes,
Yeah, Spanish people are crazy. You recorded 15 songs?
yes, 15 songs, but it will be 13,
Yeah.
and there's two bonus tracks more. But one bonus track will be released in Latin America, and other bonus tracks will be in Europe and in USA. It's a different bonus track, depends of the country that you live.
Yeah.
But all the songs will be available on Spotify and Deezer and iTunes and all the stream.
Okay. So if you take, I don't know if you write, if you wrote the lyrics with the singer. Did you work together or yeah?
Yes, yes. She wrote many songs on this album, and I also wrote many songs too. It was, I think 50%, 50, something like that.
Okay. So if you take the, I like the song Genocidal Command.
Oh yeah.
Uh, at the very beginning, she can scream like Tom Araya from Slayer, you know?
But this is a voice from Shamir from Destruction.
All right. So he's the only guest on this album?
No, there is another guest, the Eric from Floats and Jetson. He recorded the Rebel Souls track. And the guitarist of Entombed, Guilherme Miranda, is a Brazilian guy that played in Entombed. And he recorded a solo guitar in until the very end.
So what about Schmier? Is he only sing? Is he on the only scream or yeah?
No, he's singing, I think, many parts of this song, And this was a very good opportunity because it's something that I really wish for many years. I really wanted to invite him because he's a very important piece in the history of Nervosa because he always supported Nervosa. We already did 3 tours with Dan, with Destruction. So this kind of support for a huge name from the thrash metal scene, it's very important for us. Very important. So to have him on this new album supporting the new Nervosa, it means a lot for me. Is I consider him a big friend of mine. We had many histories, many opportunities to be together, drink some shit and have some party, and I consider him a big friend.
So in this song, the lyrics are liar, racist, scum of humanity, dictator, murderer. It's time to combat death. Liar, dictator. It's time to combat death. Uh, who is this guy? Who is this guy you are talking about? Is it
you know,
the Brazilian president?
also him, but other leaders from many countries. We are living a very hard season of the pandemic situation, and the behavior and the speech of some leaders in some country was very hard, and this contributed for more death. You know, and it's very serious, and I think it's very important to talk about it. You know, to keep it because the thing is sometimes the people say, no, this is normal. This is not normal. Come on. You know, there's many people dying around the world because of this bullshit speech, like, no, this is a little cold. Little cold? No. Look how many deaths we are having. This is not little cold. So, I felt very necessary to write lyrics to talking about it.
And what about Brazil today? Because we have it on the news, about your president. But and I was listening to Sepultura, of course, 25 years ago, and it seems that yeah, it's the same shit.
Yes, exactly. The corruption here in Brazil is huge. I think it's one of the huge, corruption zone in the world is Brazil. We are a huge country. It's very hard, to manage this country because we have a 220 millions of people living on this country, and Brazil is the same size of Central Europe. Can imagine manage this.
Yeah.
Example, France is just one state in Brazil.
Yeah.
the size. So it's very hard to manage this. And the things, it's getting out of control all the time. We never had a quarantine here in Brazil. We just had 2 weeks, and then the president said bullshit, and then everyone starts to be on the street, and now we have something around 700 people dying per day, and everything's happening normal. Everyone on the street, there is a lot of party happening, and and it's very hard because it means we have a very bad education, and we have the worst president ever that's contributing for this kind of behavior also. So, but anyways, I love my country. I love all the people here because we have good people too. We are paying for the bad people, but Brazil it's split 50-100% is this way, other 50-100 is not this way.
Yeah.
So it's very important we keep believing in our country, because if we abandonated our country, it will be even worse. So it's very important for we talking about it and supporting our country.
Okay. There is also a song about the meat industry. Uh,
Yeah,
there is a link
exactly.
of this. So yeah, it's dark lyrics, but we need to reveal some bad stuff all around the world.
Exactly. It's a very good question, very good topic to talk about it because the people always asking me, but you are vegan, you are vegetarian, you know. Look, the industrial stuff are doing very bad for animals. Doesn't matter if I eat meat or not, you
Mm.
know. This is something that is not good. And I think the humans are animals and eat meat is something normal. But the way that you created this animal, the way that you kill this animal, for me, is something that is, you know, that I concern because I don't want that the animals suffer. If they are in the in the forest and there's another animal that will kill them to eat, this is something normal. This is make part of the life, you know. But the way that you created these animals, it's you don't have to eat meat every day. You can eat this, but if they have a good life, you know,
It's
and
even better.
exactly, they are creating the animals like a product, not like a life. This is
Mm.
the point.
Okay. And of course, I mean, you are you like to tour now, I suppose, and to tour with the mates. So, is there a world tour next year?
Oh, for sure. When the situation will be better, when we are, more calm and more calm, the this situation was resolved. It's end. Coronavirus don't exist anymore, and it will be safe for the people to be in shows. And we have a lot of tours to confirm. We already have one tour already confirmed in European summer, but this came from this year. We just postponed. Let's see if this can really happen. We are waiting for that. We are seeing some news about the vaccine, so it's very possible, but it's possible to cancel too. We are waiting for that. But next of this, we have a Latin tour to confirm to you, Latin American, USA, Canada, and Asia. We already have everything there, just waiting which date we can confirm. But we are ready. We are ready to live on tour.
All right. Muito obrigada, Prika,
Ah, muito obrigada, merci.
and hope to see you in Paris next year, maybe.
Oh yeah, I hope so too. We have some shows confirmed in France, so but just waiting, for this situation really confirmed it.